welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back.
Hi, Mrs. Bay here, and I wanted to make a short video welcoming all my students back to chemistry next week. Even though we'll be going half at a time, I wanted to make sure that everybody got this information consistently and at the same time. I've been having a few questions that I want to make sure that everybody gets the answers to and kind of talk about how we're going to run our classroom while we're in this hybrid schedule. First thing is a lot of students were wanting to know the schedule. We're going to be running the same schedule we are virtually. School still starts at 7:25, and it does get out a little bit earlier this year. It gets out at 1:25 instead of 2:05. So here's the schedule. You probably have already been using it, but just so everybody is aware. On the right is my schedule. I teach 4 honors classes and 1 chemistry third period. I also have study hall, so if you have study hall second period, we will be hanging out. I've had some questions about how the classroom will look and how it will operate. Here is our classroom. Everything is socially distanced, 6 feet apart. We have the protectors in this classroom because we have tables. So when you first come in the door, you will find any number of the sinks and you will wash your hands, and then you will return to your assigned seat. When you first come in with your masks on, you guys will all wash your hands when you come in. We will have assigned seating. I have to be able to track exactly who you were seated next to, and the administration had said they need to be able to come to me and ask who certain person was sitting next to all 5 days last week. So fortunately or unfortunately, we will have to stick to the assigned seating chart and make sure that we know where everybody is seated. Make sure you bring your packet and your Chromebook. We will be working on both. So I will still be having lecture questions and quizzes on the Chromebook, and we'll talk about that more in a second, and making sure that you bring your packet. I will make a few extra copies if you didn't get it or you don't have it or you lost it, but you want to make sure that you bring your packet with you so you can still do some paper and pencil practice, because some of these concepts are a whole lot easier being written out. And lastly, I just wanted to let everybody know that I am 4 months pregnant, so I will be out at the end of February, but I already have a wonderful sub lined up to come in to finish out the year with you guys. As far as the schedule goes, we are going to keep the same schedule that we have already. We are going to keep the same schedule as far as the units go, and we're also going to keep the same schedule as far as the weeks go. I think that we've gotten in a nice groove, and I also think that we don't know what's going to happen on any given day, whether we would have to shut down as a school, as a district, maybe just as a class. So I would rather us be prepared and keep the same schedule the entire time. A few things are going to change. However, on Mondays and Tuesdays, we will still have new content. Wednesdays will still be practice days. Thursdays will be lab and work days. And then Fridays will still be assessment days. All of this will still be done on the Chromebook. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, I will be now lecturing live. I will also turn on my camera and I will stream that. So I will be expecting students to come to class on Mondays and Tuesdays to get the lecture. There will be a recording of the class. However, it won't be like the videos that we have been seeing before because I won't be having time to edit and produce them. So I will just be recording my class. So you might as well come and make sure you can partake. I have 2 monitors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put students up on the other monitor so I can teach on this monitor. And so if you have any questions, I should be able to see, and you can participate in class just like the students sitting in the seats here. You will still be doing the lecture questions. You will still be doing the lecture questions just so you can kind of get points. We usually have a lot of lab points, so I want to make sure that you guys are getting points for doing work on a daily basis. So even if you are sitting in the classroom, you will do lecture points, and if you are remote, you will also do lecture points, lecture questions. Wednesday will still be a day to practice. Making sure that if you are remote, you still come to that to get your participation points. Participation points will still be entered on Thursdays, and then you will have a test or a quiz every Friday. So we are trying to keep the exact same schedule. I also think that it's good to keep both cohort A and cohort B on the same pace. The biggest question I've been getting is, what about labs? I am dying to do labs. I don't know how to teach chemistry without it. When we come back, there is a materials committee that is currently working right now to outline how we should safely do labs. But I know that unfortunately labs are going to look very different this year. We might have to spread them out over a few days for different groups to do them, because usually in a lab we have many pieces of equipment that a student would touch, and we are required to sanitize all equipment that any student touches between each class period, which in a 4-minute class period is a lot. So we are going to think very creatively and outside of the box to try to get you guys to be as involved in the lab process as you possibly can, because what's chemistry without a lab? I hope I've answered some of the questions that you probably have coming back to school for chemistry. I can't wait to see you guys. If I get to see you for cohort A, I'll see you next Wednesday. And cohort B, hopefully I can see you virtually next Wednesday. And then the following Wednesday, I will see you guys in class. Take care.